in his intense mentality and practice regimen. The roster is radically different than the beginning of 2012, acquiring the #1 American player Marcel Margot, who has been promoted to team captain. They lost longtime players Brandon Short and Kyle Spickett to San Diego Dynasty, but picked up a once-dominant Alex Goldman, who wants nothing other than to prove to the world he's still one of the best snake players in paintball. Steven Pitts, who's an experienced, highly underrated gunfighter, and Corey Bornstein, who played last season with Excessive, have also been added to the mix. With all the new weapons and current members, like last year rookie standout Alex Rodriguez and vet Mike Paxton, they are one of the early favorites to win in 2012. In their 4th professional season, the Midwest boys from Omaha are just starting to find their form. They went 3-1 at the 2012 World Cup and barely missed the cut. Anyone who watched them play last year knows that Vicious is looking better than they ever have. Their main snake attackers, Phil Kank, Ryan Bortle, and Shane Colby, are all capable of blowing open points. The back line is equally as talented. Parker Rosenthal played some clutch ball last season, and Chris Hooker is one of the best off-the-break shooters in the game. And Matt Sossman stood out from the crowd in his rookie year. Vicious can beat any team in the league. The question is, can they string enough wins together to get to Sunday on a consistent basis? We will find out.
And we are back here. Welcome to the 2013 PSP Chicago Open, brought to you live by PaintballAccess.com. Manny Marshall alongside Steve Rabikoff and Chris Lasoya. We're about to watch the Los Angeles Ironmen take on Omaha Vicious. Now, Omaha Vicious has already played once today. They lost earlier on to Los Angeles Infamous, and now they're playing the other team with the Los Angeles moniker, Los Angeles Ironmen. And the Ironmen, this is their first game. The story with the Ironmen is that, you know, the Ironmen have revamped their squad because they want to win titles again. They want to win tournaments. So they picked up Alex Goldman from Dynasty, or, well, he was on a bunch of different teams all torn at the end of last year. But now he's back with the Ironmen. And they also got Marcelo Margot. They got Mike Himmin as the coach. And you know, they already have stars like Justin Swartz, Mike Paxton. I mean, the team is stacked. But they have not performed up to what they want to do so far here this season, and they're very, very hungry to get back into that winner's circle. Vicious has got some new guys, some new blood on the team, and we saw Munoz, who was a new pickup and a star in the NCPA championships a couple months ago, and he played a couple points and did some work, got some kills, so it was a good first game for him.
Yeah, you know, and like you said, Ironmen do have the tools to do what it takes in order to get to that level that they want to get to and achieve. Now all they got to do is put everything together as one and make it all work to their advantage.
And I watched them a little bit yesterday on one of the practice fields over there, and they look good. I know it's practice, but hey, you want to look good at practice.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, hey, man, if you look like crap in practice, then it's not boded well for the tournament. So here we go on the breakout. Los Angeles Ironmen sent Alex Goldman to snake one off the break, but he takes one directly in his chest. He's going to walk off early. They also lose number 3. Looks like Alex Rodriguez is going to be taking the walk early. And then now here comes Vicious. Shane Colby able to get in all the way past the 50-yard line for Vicious.
And look at Brian Bortle playing a little sloppy there in the snake. And Ironman made to the snake corner and shot him in the leg.
You know, it looks like there's only one player left alive for the Ironman, and it's Mike McCormick stuck in this back corner bunker on the snake side.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of stuff that went down in the break. You know, the Ironmen losing Justin Swartz in the break and Alex Goldman on the break as well. So they were down 2 bodies right away, and then losing one right quick after that, Alex Rodriguez also taking the walk. But like I said, Mike McCormick on his heels, Shane Colby, Keith DeVitt, and Parker Rosenthal coming down for Omaha Vicious.
So real good field position right now for Omaha Vicious. 3 players on 1 as Mike McCormick stuck in this back corner bunker. Finally, he gets shot out of there. So the first point is going to go to Omaha Vicious. And even though Brian Bortle did get taken out by McCormick here in the snake, he did get 2 kills before he went, so he did his job. Keith DeVitt, he's getting some playing time as this is his first event with Omaha Vicious. So the thing with Vicious, they have a great core. They got a great core: Parker Rosenthal, Shane Colby, Zach Sherman.
Good owners.
Yeah, great owners. Brian Bortle, great owners, great support. They got a great coach in Todd Martinez now, and then they picked up a couple some new blood to try to fill those ranks with some young, hungry guys that want to get spins, that want to make something happen. Let's check out the stats here from Vicious. And these are the vets and the core members I'm talking about: Brian Bortle and Shane Colby. Shane Colby statistically a little bit better than Brian Bortle. Both these guys capable of breaking open points. When they play well, Vicious plays well. So Vicious up 1-0 against the Los Angeles Ironmen. 18 minutes and 26 seconds to go. And we'll be right back after this.
Ever wonder how your order gets from ansgear.com to you? Using our fast and efficient processing method, your purchase is pulled, verified, and shipped to your door quickly and accurately. Every order is checked for accuracy 3 times before it leaves the warehouse. With your choice of free shipping on orders over $100 to next day, Saturday, or international shipping options, you get the products you need sooner and at an affordable price to get you back in the game. Shop now at ansgear.com.
All right, we are back here looking at the Los Angeles Ironmen getting ready to roll and try to get on the board. They did lose Alex Goldman trying to extend wide on an aggressive move into the snake off the break. He didn't make it in that first point and then lost a bunch of bodies right after that. And Cormac was the last guy left alive in the back corner bunker. Now taking the field for the Ironmen. Goldman's back again. Danny Park, who's played great for them in the snake. Great attitude on that kid, man. Danny Park wants to get out there. He wants to contribute. They also had a new pickup this year in Stephen Pitts, who came back into the fold because Mike Hinman's the coach. And they had Goldman and Margot, so kind of putting the aftermath old school Ironman crew together. And then Mike Paxton and Marcelo Margot also. And then for Vicious, they got Matt Sossman, Zach Sherman, Brian Bortle, Trevor Reeser, and the new rookie, Munoz. Luis Munoz, number 77.
You know, we talked about it before, Mike Hinman is a great judge of talent, so he's farmed a lot of players up over the years, all the way to the snake on the break. Danny Park.
And just going all the way down, that's the way to do it.
He's in there by himself, and there's no one stopping him, so hey, why not take it?
He takes out a vicious player.
Another one. He gets a 2-pack right there already. And also Brian Bortle taking the walk in the break, so Vicious down to 2 players already in this game.
They're down 3 now.
Yeah, and when you got Paxton's gun behind you, it's so easy to do your job. Paxton is just unstoppable so far, at least in this point. He hasn't stopped shooting his gun. And here comes Danny Park, is just going to do what he needs to do, clear out Munoz.
He might have got a 4-pack on that game.
Yeah,
right
he
there.
did. I think he did.
That was a perfect point by Danny Park.
Yep.
Slide, gets in the snake, face in the dirt, just, hey, lenses on the grass blades, and get your butt down the field. That's exactly what he did. Gets all the way past the 50, and then Pax did a perfect job. Mike just rolling his gun behind him, doing exactly what a back player needs to do to keep everyone in their bunkers, and then Park gets up and takes everybody out, and he got himself a 4-pack.
4-pack, and it was interesting that when he was in the snake there, the Vicious guys on the snake side weren't really concerned that he was in there. Like, I don't think they just really paid attention that he was in there. You gotta get that guy out of there.
Yeah, and that's, Munoz got to roll his gun that way too. So look at Daniel Park, 85th overall. He's on. Danny Park is on the upswing, man. Danny Park's a guy I think's got a great future in front of him, especially if he keeps that great attitude that he has and having points like that. So nice job by Danny Park from the Los Angeles Ironmen, making this a 1-1 game. Let's check out the replay from that last run through. There it is, Dan Park doing what he needs to do as that first attacker on the snake side. And also, I got to give another shout out to Mike Paxton, who was able to play that supporting role and let Danny do what he needed to do. So very solid work by the Los Angeles Ironmen over here on the snake side, as they now score 1 themselves. We got ourselves a tie game with 17 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. And let's see who Vicious sends out here for this next point. And on this particular field layout, we've seen attacks come down the Dorito side. We've seen guys get 4-packs on the snake side, 4 kills. We've seen it all so far, and we're only a few games into, the 36 total games that you're going to be able to watch here in the live webcast throughout the weekend.
Yeah, it's sorry to interrupt you, Chris. It's been crazy, like you said. 4-packs on the Dorito, 4-packs on the snake. The only thing we haven't seen is a 4-pack through the middle yet, so let's see if we can get one of those.
I don't think that's possible. I think the middle's more utilized for getting up there and just shooting somebody in the break and locking down the side of the field. The run-through, I think...
We've seen a couple run-throughs up the center, but more of secondary counterpunch type run-throughs in that center. But as the play develops, as these teams scout each other and start to see what game plans are actually working and what aren't, who's playing well, who's not, things will start to diversify out there on the field. Off the break here, you're looking at the Ironman now. Vicious able to get Colby.
Red flag on A-Rod.
Oh,
looks like Alex Rodriguez possibly. We'll see.
That's already the nail in coffin. That's going to be the point right there. 2-minute major on the Ironman, Alex Rodriguez, but all the Ironman players are now eliminated from the game. And I should take a second for Shane Colby to figure that out, run down the field, kind of clear it out both sides of the field. Omaha Vicious taking the point right here, number 31, running in the flag, Trevor Reeser.
Yeah, Trevor Reeser able to hang that flag up, see if he's clean. Great job by everyone on the team that point.
for Omaha Vicious as Munoz got a kill. Brian Bortles got 2 so far this particular match.
And
Reeser's got 2. And Alex Rodriguez is going to have to do another 1 minute and 41 seconds there. Major penalties, 2 minutes. They stay on the clock even if you lose the point. Score is now 2-1 in favor of Omaha Vicious. We'll be right back.
I wanted a gun that would cover everything. I want to be able to hold off 30, 40, 50 guys coming at me. I want to be able to crawl up and take snipe shots on guys.
Anything you really want in a scenario gun, it has it.
It's just a nasty, nasty tactical gun.
Oh yeah, golf. Night, night. Oh yeah, golf. Oh yeah. Night, night.
Let's take a look. There's Corey Bornstein getting ready to rock in the Ironman pits. And see who the Ironmen send out for this one. Looks like they have Mike Paxson, Marcelo Margot. They also send out Alex Goldman and Stephen Pitts to take the field. And Alex Rodriguez stuck in that box for another minute,
2 minutes.
two full minutes
Unless
actually.
They bring it down here. Hey, we've seen some teams come out, kill the clock today, and win in the penalty. So
here we
if
go.
anyone can do it, the Ironman can do it.
You're right, absolutely. So on the breakout right now, as Vicious is on the power play here, Vicious has got Colby, Munoz, Sherman, Reeser, and Bordeaux on the field. And it looks like they're letting Munoz spin up on that Dorito side as he gets into Dorito 1. Let's see what he can do over on that side. He's been playing on the Snake side. I think the Dorito side might actually, I mean, he can play either all over, but I think that might be a little bit more suited for his little fast skill set over there.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, with his size and playing that Dorito side over there, the way, like you said, the way he played the NCPA, I think he can make some moves over there with nobody screaming and yelling.
I agree, you know, because he has that ability.
Yeah.
The reason why Munoz got picked up from Vicious is because he's very aggressive, got a great attitude on him, and his timing's awesome for somebody that's, you know, as inexperienced as he is at the top level. I mean, this is his second game actually, first event professionally and second actual game, but they're getting him some playing time. And, you know, the core of Vicious playing well here in this match, as Brian Bortles got 2 kills, Trevor Reeser's got 2. So right now, it's looking like a little bit better field position on the Snake side. Shane Colby able to make it in the second notch of the Snake, and as we pan over, you see there in notch 1 of the Snake, barely a little bit off. He's hiding right now. He's actually moved all the way behind. There it is. So Alex Goldman had moved back. Goldman is known for playing every inch of his bunker.
Oh, and he just put a shot on Munoz. Let's see if he got him. Did he get him there? Nope.
So, yeah, Munoz has made his way, the rookie. Oh, and Munoz playing sloppy over there.
Yeah.
You got to play tighter than that, kid.
Yep. And look at the Ironman. They're killing this penalty now, too. It's 15 seconds left in the penalty. They haven't lost a player yet, so...
Oh,
as I say that, I get the announcer curse. Sorry, Alex.
Commentator cursed Alex Goldman right there as Mouse takes the walk, but it looks like he did get that shot cross field on Munoz. No, actually, Munoz got shot by Marcelo, but Munoz needs to play tighter when he gets to those 50s. Here comes Alex Rodriguez streaking out, top right-hand portion of your screen.
And he gets hit.
You know, Ironman right there also shooting out Trevor Reeser from this back corner. Going to work right now. That's number 20, Brian Bordeaux, backing up Shane Colby in the Snake for Omaha Vicious. You know, Mike Paxson, big Mike Paxson on the bottom side of your screen, really known for his speed. He's looking for a highway move on these guys.
I really thought you were going to say gunfighting, but...
No, he's when it comes to situations like this, Mike is the kind of guy you want on the field.
Yeah, he's a veteran, man. The guy has been in so many big games. He's a world champion, one of the best back players out there, and that's why you want Mike on the field. He's also good at one-on-ones. Just a kind of all-around real good player.
and super intense guy. He's just also a great team guy. He's a guy that really is all about morale of the team, and that's somebody that the Ironmen need desperately right now. You know, that the thing with the Ironmen, such a talented squad, hardworking, but they just haven't been able to find that team chemistry, and you get a guy like Mike Paxton behind the scenes, he's really good at that.
The glue.
The glue, exactly.
Absolutely.
And
Like that Coach Hinman's here is just screaming at Paxton to make some moves here, and look at that, Paxton's now in Snake 1. So what's your job on Vicious, Chris?
Right, yeah,
Snake 1, what's the job here?
They snuck a shot across the field. It wasn't Mike Paxton, but look at Mike Paxton. He's looking for that highway
It's
move.
also interesting to note, guys, that this is the first event. Mike Hinman, because he is so loud of a voice, that he's almost like having a sixth man over here. And so look at that, Mike Paxton gets in the snake.
Also known for his high jumping abilities as well.
Look, man, Mike Paxton, that was a great move, but Vicious, 2 guys in the snake, you gotta, when coach tells you there's a guy next to you, your job is to go get him out.
Well, losing that 50 Dorito, that's what caused that whole chain reaction thing to happen. It forced Brian Bortle to back up, which got shot by Mike Paxton. And then across the field, Shane Kobe got shot from across the field. So it was just kind of a chain reaction that kind of went all downhill for Omaha Vicious at that point.
And Mike Paxton got 2 confirmed kills in that point. Marcelo, he got himself 2 as well. And then Pitts contributed with 1 as he shot out Shane Colby. So there's Mike Paxton. And he hasn't really had a great season. Last year, he was one of the top-ranked guys in the entire league. This year, struggled a little bit in first 2 events, but the team itself has been struggling. Just kind of stutter-starting, not really quite getting their legs underneath them, but now they're tied up here, and Mike just had a really solid, super good point there in that last point. So, nice job by Paxton. The rest of the Ironmen to tie it up. 12 minutes and 52 seconds remain here. Los Angeles Ironmen taking on Vicious. We'll see you in just a second. Welcome back here, all tied up 2 apiece, and they're really having, you're looking at standouts for both these 2 teams. Both teams are having lots of contributions from a lot of different guys, and that's ultimately what you want to see out there. You don't want to have it where just 1 or 2 guys are doing all the work. You want everyone to be getting in the mix, and we are seeing that as, you know, it is tied up here with 12 minutes and 52 seconds to go. Is anyone standing out? Obviously, Mike had a really good point in that last one for the Ironmen. Is anyone making a splash for you guys?
I think right now everyone is playing like they're consistent. No one's really standing out for me just yet, but hey, it's 2-2, and I mean you could say Daniel Park had a 4-pack. That was a great move.
That's a good point, yeah, for sure.
Split screen breakout. You see the Ironman on your right, Vicious on your left. Ironman losing 2 quickly on the break.
Yeah, they lose Corey Bornstein. He finally gets a spin out there. He gets shot. McCormick also takes the walk early. Danny Park still alive. Looks like Justin Swartz has got a shot on Chris Hooker, but it looks like Munoz is pushing up that Dorito side again. Definitely, I'm sorry, no, he's pushing up on the Snake side and runs.
Oh.
It looks like he's trying to run down Park, and Park has to deal with Munoz and ends up getting shot out by number 19, Keith DeVitt. So the 2 rookies for Omaha Vicious pushing the pace here in that point. And then Trevor Reeser is going to run that flag in for Vicious. So Vicious is going to go up 1 right here over the Ironmen. So the Ironmen struggling off the break in that one.
Struggling off the break, and Vicious is still playing from their first match this morning. They're playing, they're out there battling. You know, they're getting it done, and they're doing it against an Ironman team that's, like you said earlier, Chris, they're an experienced team, and they're playing out there.
Well, big Chris Hooker coming up, you know, and man, he can shoot lanes like a champion. It's amazing.
Chris Hooker is no joke. I've seen a lot of back guys shoot a lot of lanes off the break over the years, and I once time at a practice, well, we'll get to that in just a second. Let's check out some 2 guys that are important for both their teams. Vicious just picked up Munoz. He's only 20, 5'5", 140, little guy. Actually comes from a family of circus gypsies, not making that up. His father gets shot out of a cannon for a living. He's from Fort Myers. And, you know, playing pretty solid for him so far. Playing both sides of the field now. On the flip side, Stephen Pitts, he's a vet, been around for a long time. 27, 5'10", 145. plays that mid spot, but really Pitts is so versatile. He can play everywhere. He can play the back, he can play the front. And let's check out this breakout comparison here from this last point. So here's Vicious on their breakout as they send body out wide, and then Munoz gets right in that snake. And then on the flip side, the Ironmen, they try to get to the insert bunker, insert Dorito on the snake side of the field. But the problem is they lost 2 real fast. Did he get shot off the break, or did he get shot out of his bunker? Did you see that?
I think it was on the break.
I think it was just about the same time he got to the bunker. He's battling down the wire, outside, and I think he just caught one after he got into his bunker.
Yeah, so nice job by Omaha Vicious. And it looks like actually right now Munoz is the kill leader for at least the squad that's out for Vicious right now, as he has 4. Hooker's got 1. But what I was saying about Hooker, and Brian Bortles got 3, but Bortles doing some work. Chris Hooker, I watched him in a practice, 14 consecutive points shoot somebody off the break.
That's crazy.
No joke.
What?
With my own eyes, 14 consecutive points.
Amazing. You know, Mike Paxton.
And then I commentator curse him right now.
You just commentator cursed him back.
Mike Paxton taking the walk, but look at this.
So both back guys, you know, the stud back players for both squads are walking up the field.
And now Munoz in past the 50-yard line, right at the 50-yard line of the snake for Omaha Vicious on your screen, shooting cross field. And it looks like he shot Marcelo Margot.
What good field awareness, seeing Marcelo move to the field. He only has 2 guys left in front of him, Matty. I think 3 are eliminated on the Ironman. Alex Goldman and Michael McCormick left for the LA Ironman.
So now Munoz in real good position right now, listening to his coach on the sidelines. And also moves being made by Vicious. Zach Sherman making his move to the 50-yard line. Dorito, he's got Matt Sossman right behind him. So Munoz got to play real smart over here. He's the only body over here, but he does have dominant field position. But he's got to be real careful, because if he dies, the Ironmen still have 2 bodies on this side, the only 2 bodies they have left. And Alex Goldman is looking for an angle. He's looking for a move right now. You can see there he goes. So Alex Goldman. So let's see what the veteran and the rookie do here. Alex Goldman is going to run down Luis Munoz. Beautiful move. Did he get shot by Matt Sossman? He did. Matt Sossman, awesome job to pick it up, watching over his boy. And that might prove to be the difference, because Zach Sherman is still alive, and there's just 1 player left for Ironman, and he gets taken out by Sherman. So Sherman goes to work on that Dorito side of the field, gets himself a couple kills, and great job by Sossman to watch over Munoz.
I mean, like, right now, I think as I'm looking at Coach Mike Hinman here on the sideline, I think he's in a little disbelief. And Ironman just look flat right now. Right?
Well, this has been the problem with the Ironman.
Yeah, it's
all year long is that they play well, but they're not playing great. That's the problem. So, you know, now we're looking at a 4-2 score here, Vicious with the lead. Still 10 minutes and 29 seconds to go. So there is time to mount a comeback for the Ironmen. But, you know, as you were saying, Mike Himmons over here just shaking his head like, come on, guys. But that's with the Ironmen, I don't know what's missing. I can't put my finger on it. It really comes down to on-field gelling. That on-field you get that teamwork together, and it's not just found through practice. It's found through trust, it's found through confidence, it's found through
off the field, man.
You know, off the field, on the field. It's all of that, and that's just the thing that the Ironmen really need to continue to work on, but also understand that they are working with a lot of they have a lot of check marks on the things that are, you know, when you need to build a winning team and you're going down that checklist. They have they have great support in Dye. Dave Youngblood, their owner, gives them, you know, pretty much whatever they need. They have an awesome coach in Mike Hinman, and they've actually brought Mike Hinman now over here. Hinman has made the decision to coach from the sidelines over here because he's so loud, and he really like having a 6th man. And it looks like we have Marcelo Margot from the Los Angeles Ironmen. Maybe he's got some insight for us with Lauren.
Pit with Marcelo Margot. Marcelo, you seem like you're changing things up with Steve Humphreys in the pit and Mike Hinman on the sidelines. Why'd you do that?
Mike is one of the best 6-man in the game. You know, he really knows paintball well. He's good at coaching, and he has a loud voice. So having him over there is a huge benefit to us. And Steve Humphreys, he's been with the Ironmen for a long time, so he knows what he's doing in here.
What was he telling you guys to do in this next point to make sure you get it?
We basically need to control the snake side. They're coming down that side pretty fast. We need to get a G off the break and just control.
All right, well, we've got 2 minutes on the clock, and we'll see if they can get this point.
It's cool to get the players' insight, because almost every time I listen to them talk, mostly as long as they elaborate a little bit, they nail it on the head every time. And because Marcelo's basically saying what we were just talking about, how you having this 6 man over here, Mike Hinman probably is the best 6 man in the game, other than maybe you, Chris, because you're so loud when you're over there on the sidelines when you do coach teams over there. But being a guy that has been on the field and had somebody in your ear and being the guy screaming from the sidelines, what's it like for Mike Hinman right now to be both frustrating and kind of a little empowering too, because you do have an impact on the game?
Yeah, having that sideline coach is highly useful, or it can be detrimental, depending on what kind of player you are. Some players just want information. Feed me information. Other players want to be told what to do, like a joystick, so to speak. And Mike Hinman is actually really fantastic at controlling his players and saying, hey, calm down, do this, do that, But on the flip side, he does have a pinnacle where, sometimes he does get frustrated. But he won't be hot-headed. He'll still be controlled. He'll make the right decisions on the game as you're playing it. All you got to do is listen to your coach, and honestly, it'll be for the benefit of the whole team at the end of the day.
Yeah. And Steve, you've coached your son, Justin Rabakoff, who's the G rating, the kill count leader for this year so far, and doing a great job for impact.
All he wants to know is, what's the G count? He
doesn't want no joystick.
Yeah, he doesn't need that. And a lot, like you said, some players do, most players don't, and he's one of them. He just doesn't. Just tell me what the G count is, and he'll figure it out. And a lot of players, a lot of the Ironman guys, most of the guys at the high level don't want to be joystick. But there are guys that need it, and I think it's a lot of times it's gibberish over there. Anyways, they can't hear you anyway, so it's just
the crowd's so loud.
And you're right, Chris does have a unique voice that when he is coaching guys, they can hear that voice. So here comes the Ironman, and I expect them to get out here and get some moves here going down this field.
Well, the Ironmen lose Corey Bornstein off the break. Still 4 bodies alive for them, and it looks like Vicious is 5 strong, loading up on this snake side of the field. As they have Colby DeVitt is getting another spin, and this is his first event with the team. They got Sherman, Reeser, and Bortle out there. And it looks like they have Shane Colby over here on the snake side with Reeser and Brian Bortle.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the Ironmen kind of get in a groove. They're just not in a groove right now. You see right there on your screen, Shane Colby getting ready to go to the snake for the Omaha Vicious. Gets into snake 1. He'll probably go right around to snake 2 real quick because he knows all those shots very, very well inside that snake.
Well, if you're an Ironman fan, it's great to see Alex Goldman in the snake. He's one of the best in the business over there, and when you see him as the first attacker, magic can happen. So, and he's really wanted to prove himself. I mean, he was last year, I believe he's ranked 12th overall, and didn't have the year that a lot of people wanted him to have. It's just tough for these top guys. The guy like the Justin Rabakoff. Justin Rabakoff was in a similar situation where he felt like, hey, I'm doing what I can. I'm trying to be a good team player with the coach put me wherever, and whatever it may be. But he's playing better this year than he did last year.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's chemistry. Players got to get with the right people, the right coaches, and that's what it is. So.
That's a good point. You're having some good points today, Steve.
I am like 2 on the good points.
Were you just taking notes last night?
It's written on his hand right there. I just looked over. On a side note, we have the Moscow Red Legion playing over in the Challengers field right now. They are up 4-1. And it's excessive.
It's been weird.
Well, I mean, that's
watching this game, and I could see them flying around over there, and it's just a little weird. But that's the Challenger Champion Division.
Hey,
right?
man, you keep what you kill out there.
Yeah.
You put yourself in that position. So there are 2 teams from the Champions League will drop down and be Challengers teams, but you have a chance to fight back. So it's up to them. If they go down there and smash everybody and prove that they deserve to be amongst the 10 best in the world, that's how it shakes down. The 10 best teams in the world at any given time are going to be in the Champions Division. And then you also have 10 more professional teams that are fighting for that right to be called Champion League teams. And it changes every event. Every game is important. There's always something going on. And it makes things really interesting.
It does, actually. Me being away for one tournament, I come back into a bee's nest just like, man, the only way I can really keep up with things, you got to go to paintballaccess.com. That's the best way for me, myself, when I'm not around, to keep up with the updates and everything. So make sure you definitely check out the website.
I go there pretty frequently because there's constantly new interviews.
That's where you got your notes from.
That's where I got my notes.
What a drawn-out game here. You see Alex Goldman kind of chilling out.
And it's going to be a drawn-out game because Ironman are down 4-2, and they can't afford to go down 5-2 with 7:30 left. And with Alex Goldman in the snake, Matt, with A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez behind him, that's what they need, man. They need these guys to get down here and do some
Well, this is the first time we've seen this, Steve and Chris, there's 3 players from both teams. We have 6 players total on the stick side of the field right now. and everyone's alive. It's going to get crazy.
Yeah.
The only person that's died so far is Corey Bornstein. He got shot by Sherman, who's having a match. And you look at Vicious, I mean, they got Shane Colby with 2 kills. DeVitt's got 2. Sherman's got 3. Reeser's got 2. Bortles got 3. They're really spreading it out. And anytime you see that happen, typically that's the team that's going to be prevailing out there.
Yeah, definitely looking at that. You know, but look at this battle in the snake right now.
And here's the thing: both teams know this. The coaches know this. When a player gets to where Alex Goldman is, he's going to make it hard for the player at the back stand up there. The snake player's got to do something about that. He's going to start shooting your guys, so go stick it.
Yeah, well, and Goldman, you can tell by his body language in there that he really wants to play sharp, play crisp, and tight in there because they need this point, man. Oh, and Reeser drops the ball, back corner bunker on the snake side. He comes off. It's shot out of his spot, and then it looks like Alex Goldman is just going to come up and eat alive Shane Colby in there. So Shane Colby, and so far the Ironmen are winning the snake side battle over here. Awesome job by Alex Goldman. Did exactly what he needed to do, and then now Alex Rodriguez is right in behind him and in the snake to take up where Alex Goldman left off.
Dude, him crawling down the snake, he was so fast and so low.
We saw that. He saw that opening.
Yeah.
That was exactly what needed to happen, and that's why Alex Goldman's one of the best snake players out there.
Absolutely. You know that just goes to show that, you know, the level of talent and depth, and then look at Alex Rodriguez coming up behind Alex Goldman and taking up the slack after he got eliminated. But long drawn-out point here. 4-2, still in favor of Omaha Vicious. 5 minutes left, in the 5 minutes, 25 seconds left in this game.
I'm looking across there. Looks like Justin Schwartz. He's having a little bit of gun problems, but he's back up. So 5 minutes, 13 seconds left. 3-on-3. And 4-2 with Omaha Vicious. Ironmen.
And you're getting to the point right now. Look at Brian Bortles' feet, and look at all the pods in the ground. They're getting to the point in this game where they're going to have to be conservative and watch their shots. Because, you know, they're out of paint. Look at Brian Bortles' feet. He's out of paint right now. He's got to be very selective on what he shoots at.
4 minutes and 49 seconds remain here. Tense moments as the Ironmen in a must-win situation in this particular point. And they're down 2 here against Omaha Vicious. The Ironmen now making moves on the Dorito side. Here comes a big move from Vicious, and he takes him out.
Did he get him?
Yeah, I think he got him. So Justin Schwartz gets shot out on that Dorito side of the field.
And Alex Rodriguez in the snake right there, picking up paint off the ground. Steven Pitts on your screen right now.
And that was Keith DeVitt, who just got picked up for Omaha Vicious, making a big move on that Dorito side and making his presence known out there. That's what you want to see out of the rookies that you pick up, man.
That's why you picked him up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that might be my third.
Damn, you're just getting them done today, Steve.
Dang. Hey, let's not use all that up before Sunday.
Okay.
So here we go. You're in it right now, looking at Alex Rodriguez, who's out of paint in the snake for the Ironmen, and Brian Bortles in that back corner bunker. That's who he's playing peekaboo with right now. Alex talking to his coach on the sidelines, talking to Mike Hinman, who's giving him the information that he needs. And the problem for them, though, is that on that Dorito side of the field, Keith DeVitt just had stepped it up over there, a standout run through. And now, and it looks like Alex Rodriguez trying to push forward to make something happen. Here comes Steven Pitts to try to make something happen as well. Pick up the slack for Alex Rodriguez. Steven surveying the field. He's looking at 3 bodies. Keith DeVitt, 50-yard line. Dorito, Zach Sherman alive, stand up, can. Over there, top portion of your screen, and then the Ironmen are going to have to concede the point. They didn't really have a choice. The issue is you don't really ever want to give that other point to the team. You are allowed to concede the points. If it doesn't look like it's going your way, you can throw the towel in, hit the buzzer, concede the point. So now the score is going to be 5-2 with 3 minutes and 17 seconds left. So the situation for the Ironmen is that they are going to have to push aggressive forward. Luckily for them, you can do that on this field layout, but it will be chaotic. It will be a meat grinder.
Yeah, they're three down here.
Yeah, so really long, drawn-out point. Score 5-3 in favor of Vicious. Let's see if the Ironmen can get back into it. We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Check this out. The Imperial program from GI Sports. Get 100% of your paint money back in cash. Sign up, win, paint's free. Take second, get half your paint cash back. Not good enough? How about more cash? Have your team rock our V-Force GI logo grills, get first place, then we'll throw you another $1,000 cash. Second place? No problem. We got $500 with your name on it. It's a total no-brainer.
Sign up for the Imperial program at gisports.com.
Then we are back here. Vicious up over the Ironmen by 3. And you got to win the close ones, and the Ironmen haven't been able to do it here. So Vicious looking good, man. Their rookies are playing good. Their core is playing solid. Todd's calling some great plays. They're getting performance out of all their guys across the field. Everyone's contributing on the kill count and survivability. They're staying alive. They're doing what they need to do to win, to beat a really good team like the Ironmen.
Yeah, Ironman, like you said, with all the depth, all the experience, all the players they have, I would expect them to get over here and start getting things going here.
And it looks like we have a quick update from the Challengers field. Lauren Kelly about Moscow Red Legion playing accept.
Hey guys, the Challengers games just started. First up was Storm versus Russians. Russians are up 5-1 right now. In the first point, the Storm actually blew the Russians away, but ever since they've had troubles with major and minor penalties, and so the Russians have scored 5 consecutive points. I'll keep you updated on that final score.
Thanks, Lauren. Yeah, so it looks like Moscow's doing what everyone thought they would do, which is go over and dominate in the Champions Division, at least in the first game. So here we go, and it looks like the Ironmen got good position in the snake here. Danny Park making his way past the 50-yard line, and he is going to eat up Luis Munoz there in the center, so Munoz gets taken out. I like that play call, sending him up to the center, but he's got to keep his head on his swivel in there. You got to play like the snake's hot.
Yeah, at all times. I mean,
but great play by Danny Park, though.
Oh, without question. I mean, like I said, there's this coaching by Mike Hinman. Mike Hinman is just controlling him and joysticking him right now, so to speak,
but
as we said.
Munoz got 2 kills. He shot at Marcelo and Justin Schwartz, the whole Dorito side, for the Ironmen before he got taken out. So the rest of Vicious is going to have to clock in here as they still have 4 bodies left alive. Oh, now 3 they lose. Trevor Reeser. And Munoz is the kill count leader for Omaha Vicious right now with 7. And Danny Park gets himself a 2-pack at least right here on the run through. And then one more, Matt Sossman's going to come off. So here comes the Ironman. Stephen Pitts picks up the last player, and he has the flag. And so Pitts is going to have to close this out. I think Pitts is the last player left alive, does a little rope-a-dope. But did Pitts get him? Did they trade out? It looks like they traded out. That's not going to be good for the Ironman if they traded out.
When you had the flag, he was 10 feet from the flag. Put him in and try to hang. I don't know if you needed to go make that move.
It's tough, though, because the only way to do that is he'd have to then back up, come back this way, and then come from the stand-up temple over here. Because if he tries to cross that gap, that's a big gap with the guy just probably watching the whole entire thing right there. So that's a no point there as everyone got shot. It was a great heads-up play by Pitts to grab that flag, knowing he needs to score fast points. So now we're in the exact same situation we were in the last point, or at the start of this point, where the Ironmen still need to win 3 points here to tie it up and try to force an overtime. But with 1 minute and 48 seconds left, the door is starting to close on their chances in this game, and we'll be right back after this. So here we go. You're looking at the kill count leader right now for Vicious in the rookie, Munoz, who has had a pretty versatile game. He's been all over the place. He's been up in the center. He's been kind of all over the place, but all of Vicious is playing great. Zach Sherman's playing stellar. He's got 5. The core of the team's playing solid. Portal's got 4. And it looks like a missed start for Vicious, and that is going to drop some bodies. Munoz, I think, was able to tag up. No, he gets taken out. They also lose their corner trying to streak out on that side of on the snake side of the field. Goldman got taken out, though, but the Ironmen looking like they can score a quick one here, getting a gift from Vicious. And they need it because only 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and they need to get this one and then put 2 more on the board. And there goes Pitts to close out, kill the last guy. And they really need to sprint this in as fast as possible. Come on, get going, Alex.
I was like, I think you can run faster than that. You know, quick point there by the Ironmen. Kind of not so much a gift. They shot a couple on the break, couple left early in the break. But still, nonetheless, Ironmen coming back 1 point, 5-3. Still need 2 more points tied up. Lots of time left. 1 minute and 17 seconds left, though, Maddie.
Yeah, there is enough time. This is a fast playing. This is a fast playing potential. There's a lot of fast points that you can potentially play on this field. Let's look at this. Look at the bad start from Vicious. That kind of blew their chances. That's a huge opportunity for the Ironmen. They were able to capitalize on that. And you can see the frustration. Munoz tried to tag up. He ended up getting taken out, though. That blew their entire snake side open. And then look at the Ironmen over here. And look at that. Look at Goldman, man. He's so fast and running and gunning. And he has to do that because they just don't have the time to dilly-dally back in those back bunkers. try to dink people out. This is, you're no longer gunfighting, boys. It's get up the field, run and gun, put a guy in and go. And we're going to see at least 1 more point of that for sure. 2 points separate these two teams. And when you're looking at the kill counts for the Ironmen, Stephen Pitts, 5, Alex Rodriguez, 4, Mike McCormick, 2, Marcelo Margot, 2. That's kind of a low one for Margot. And Alex Rodriguez has yet to clock on the board for a confirmed kill. And Vicious just spread it out a lot more. But Ironmen have to push aggressive, so don't go anywhere, man. This is going to get crazy. And expect to see more Alex Goldman running all over the place if he's out on the field for them. I don't think Alex Goldman's out there yet. Yeah, he is. No? Well, regardless, the Ironmen have to push aggressive. And it's going to get crazy out there here with 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go. Try to score 2 more fast ones and tie this up and force it to overtime. The way the overtime works is we'll put some time on the clock and then they play it out. But if you don't win that point, then you get a tie. And you kind of want to stay, you obviously don't want to get lost, but you know, but then on Sunday we have shootouts, which the one-on-one shootouts are so fun to watch. So here we go on the breakout. Alex Rodriguez getting shot, trying to get up that center. And here comes Danny Park. Danny Park in the snake, and he can't spend much time at that snake 1 bunker. I know he's looking at guns. He doesn't have an option, though. He has to get the field. There he goes, makes his next moves. He's got Paxton rolling his gun behind him. Yeah, as long as nobody's stopping you. Now Park's going to try to get a cross-field shot. And Vicious just dug in like ticks. All that the Ironmen are seeing right now is those tips of barrels and edges of lenses.
40 seconds left. Danny needs to just keep going down that snake.
Oh, so Sauceman gets taken out for Vicious. This could help speed it up for the Ironmen. The Ironmen are running out of time. They've got to go. They have to go. There's less than 30 seconds left, and they have to score 2 points. So even if you lose this point, you have to keep enough time
to get to the next one.
It doesn't matter. I mean, that's why you kind of just got to live on that Razor's aggressive edge. If they die in their bunkers, and I might come in, I'm letting everyone have the ring of fire after this.
Oh, Danny Park getting shot in the goggles, trying to make something happen, but also taking out Ryan Bortle in the process.
And here comes Mike Kimmin pushing forward, but they don't have enough time. This victory is going to go to Vicious, so Vicious is going to go 1-0 on the day. Congratulations to them as Munoz left alive over here on the snake side of the field, and Zach Sherman. So Zach Sherman and Luis Munoz combined for 14 confirmed kills between the two of them, and hats off to them who really stepped up, and Munoz is playing good for a rookie, man.
Hey, come out, first match, 2 matches, and do what you just did. You did against a solid Ironman team. I mean, hey, that's off to him. And obviously, Coach Todd Martinez knows what he's doing with him, and he'll be in a lot better mood when he comes up here this afternoon. So.
Well, you know what? Yeah, for sure. Well, when I talked to Munoz, I was like, hey, you're getting an opportunity right now. So get out there, believe in your talent, believe in your ability, and do what you need to do to make a splash, man. Let people remember your name. And he's playing. But you know what I like about it is that he's playing. He's not riding the aggressive line too much. You know, because some young guys get out here and what do? They're just running all over the place, just thinking that they're just take huge bites. You know what I'm saying, or get into really good spots, getting shot out of it. I've only seen one major mistake that Munoz made, and that's when he got in the 50-yard line and got a little sloppy and there got his head blown off by Marcelo.
Right.
But other than that, man, Vicious their core is playing good. I like the play calling. They're winning the close points. They got good clock management. They're staying out of the box. Vicious is looking real sharp right now, and this is what they wanted to do. They won the Challengers Division, and they wanted to come back into this Champions League and say, hey, guys, we're not going to get relegated again back down. And not only that, we want to win tournaments. They're building, Vicious didn't build this team to just be a pro team. They dominated coming up the ranks. Vicious dominated everyone. They won D3, they D2, D1, semi-pro, and then boom, they come into the pro division. They've been here for 4 years now and really trying to find it, make it work. And now I think they're making those extra steps by getting a really good coach. That was the really big thing that Vicious needed, was they needed a coach. They needed a solid coach, and they didn't have that. Now they have that in Todd Martinez. They got some new blood in there to help at least give a little bit of the rest of the core guys. They did lose, like Phil Kank, so they lost some of their core dudes, but Vicious looks strong. I really like what Vicious is bringing to the table right now. Next up, we have Los Angeles Infamous. They're going to be playing their second match against San Antonio X Factor, who's also playing their second match of the day. So it's going to be, again, more crazy paintball coming at you all day long as we're watching the Champions Division here at the 2013 PSP Chicago Open. We got an interview on the sidelines right now with Lauren Kelly. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, down here with Zachary Sherman. Congratulations, you guys just won that one. What did you talk about between the Infamous and this game that helped you get that win?
I mean, it wasn't anything. We just needed to tighten up and play smarter. It wasn't anything with our game plan. We just weren't executing. So we just sat around and talked, just had to focus up on our jobs and doing those, and that was it. So this game, I think we came out. It was a hard-fought game, back and forth, but we just executed better than we did the first game.
Tomorrow you have X Factor and Dynasty. We just saw them. They both played really strong. What do you think the most important thing for you to accomplish is to get those wins?
We just need to stick to our game plan. When we start losing focus is when we start getting sloppy, is when we start getting dinked out like you saw in that first game. But I think we'll be all right as long as we execute our game plan.
All right, that's all down here.
Teams who won an event in 2012. One of only 3 teams who won an event in 2012, and they have most of their starting team returning for this season. Their brash style and attacking mentality has made them a very hard game for everyone in the league. The only player they lost was standout star Greg Sewers, who signed with Impact for this season. It's a big loss, as Greg was a dominant force on the Dorito side. Chicago Finals MVP Brad McCurley's knee is still a question, as is Zach Patient's surgically repaired shoulder. But they have Nicky Cuba, one of the most clutch players of the past 10 years, all-around weapon Damian Ryan, Snake specialist Drew Templeton, and the versatile Bobby Avila still ready to roll. Infamous is still one of the top 5 teams in the world,